Well, let's talk about McManus and Beggan first, because what Conor McManus did and what Rory Beggan did was shoot the lights out. Also, a shout out to the Monaghan jerseys and their full kit, which is sensational.
Let's just have a moment to appreciate the beauty of red versus blue, because we got it in Munster versus Leinster on Saturday, and we got it in Tyrone versus Monaghan yesterday, an all red versus an all blue kit. You can't beat it on an aesthetic point of view. No matter what we talk about in terms of the actual competition, that is the most important thing we will talk about today, is the fact that red versus blue is...
Were the shorts always the same? Is this new? It feels new.
Yeah, it is. Like the classic would always be to go with the white shorts.
Yeah.
It's a safe option. But once you go all blue and all red, just like Munster and Leinster did basically on Saturday, it looks a hell of a lot better. It's like the Thursday night football in the NFL when they have the colour rush kits. So yeah, just a moment of appreciation for that, and fitting for kind of a moment when you kind of look at Monaghan and you're like, right, you can be a clutch team. Rory Beggan, Conor McManus in particular. It's hard to know exactly how Conor McManus would fare against a Dublin if they were to play next week. You would suspect a lot better than Monaghan had fared in previous years. And
so, yeah.
Yeah, like.
Well, here's the thing: they might get them now in Clonus, right?
True.
Like,
if they win Ulster, they will have to play Dublin. It is the long and short of it.
We know where that game has been scheduled for.
It will probably be Croke Park. Actually, it is definitely going to be Croke Park. It is going to be the first round of the Super 8s, is the Ulster winner against the Leinster winner in Croke Park.
So do we want them to get beaten in the semi-final and come through the back door, and also then...
or lose the final, and that way they'll be in a group with Kerry and Galway, presumably, and that way that'll be in a provincial ground. Anyway, Monaghan yesterday, like Dick Clerkin is writing in the Indo today that we have to start taking Monaghan seriously as All-Ireland contenders. All the parts might be there, but I'm not buying into that hype just yet. I want to buy into that hype as much as I can, but I've bought into this Monaghan hype twice before. I bought into it in 2014, I bought into it last year. They got hammered by Dublin both years. Until I see them contend with Dublin in Croke Park, Monaghan are not All-Ireland contenders. And I know that it's very, like, that basically takes all predictions out of it, say the wait and see tactic. And I'm sorry to do that, but Monaghan have stung me too much in the past.
Yeah.
There's enough there to suggest that they will win Ulster, and they will be my favourites for Ulster.
You're going to stick your hand in the wound there and take it out and go, oh, it's covered in blood. This is real.
Yeah, Cian Lynch style. Well, that was kind of different though, wasn't it?
You're saying Cian Lynch is Jesus in that analogy, or is he?
Well, you know, he's gone from Billy Elliot to Rambo to Jesus over the course of this morning. So it's been well, I'm not sure which was the peak of that.
So the Rory Gallagher train rolled in under cover of darkness last winter into Enniskillen and Fermanagh, and he brought Ricey with him, and we all said it's going to be a pretty interesting touchline wherever Fermanagh go this year, and straight off the bat, 5-point victory against ARMA, who have yet to win a game in the Ulster Championship under Kieran McGeeney.
Yeah, they've been getting slaughtered left, right and centre by pundits over the past 24 hours. Pat Spillane in the Sunday game last night.
I'd say Spillane was like, yes! Yes, McGeeney, I've got you now!
He did a little bit of a feature on how bad Armagh were, and he's like, I'm not going to name names here, but lads can't do basic skills. And on national TV shows a video of one of the lads not being able to pick up the ball. You don't need to name names, Pat, when you're on primetime television and people can actually see the number of the player and the player you're actually talking about. I can't remember which one. I think it was number 11 for Armagh, if I remember correctly. But yeah, they are getting torn to shreds. They're just far too defensive to be able to compete at the highest level. They're not going to take a step forward from last year unless yesterday, or Saturday night rather, was a complete anomaly, which I fear it's not.
Declan Bogue had a great line in his piece about how Armagh had gone off for a warm weather training camp to some posh place, and Fermanagh had kept it local in the Loch Earn Resort. I'm like, the Loch Earn Resort is pretty nice. It's 5 stars, but you know, it's
got the G8 somewhat once a year.
It's like, yeah, it's you know, when you win, you win. Okay, so that was the Limerick footballers. Oh no, that was another team in green. That was the final bits of celebrations from Brewster Park, where obviously Fermanagh had beaten Armagh. The other story about a team in green this weekend was the ridiculous situation where the Limerick manager comes out and talks about the county board not providing food after training on the Tuesday night, and then this massive weird scenario where emails weren't checked and a team was named and the wrong team ends up going to Croke Park. So a couple of players who were supposed to be on the matchday squad couldn't ultimately be in the matchday squad. Billy Lee pretty pissed off after the mullering they took against Clare.
But I must tell you, like, some of the stuff that I've had to put up with this week from our county board has been shocking. Absolute shocking. There was a lad on our bench today that we couldn't use because the wrong list went to Croke Park. That's at 4:45 this evening. I had to have a separate conference call with my management team to sort out this. And even as late as 10 minutes to go before they threw up the game, I was there was a game of Russian roulette being played because I wasn't prepared to come out in the field with the team. It was gone to that extreme. They changed it some bit, but at half time they came again and said if we won this game we'd have to forfeit the game. Like, I work in a job, the lads work in a job. We've got a full-time administrators and they can't do their job right. During the week we came to training here with fellas down from Dublin, Cork, Galway, and there was no food provided for the players. Someone fucked up. And on Wednesday morning, no one told me there was a team to be in for the programme on Wednesday. And I had to convene a conference call at work on a busy day to get it. And then as a consequence of this, there was a fuck up. It's just unbelievable that that's what it's come to and what you have to deal with. You have people paid to do a job and they can't do it. That's what we're dealing with in Limerick.
Yeah. Choice language there from a very upset Limerick manager. The Limerick County Board did respond with a statement the following day, which was basically like, nothing to see here, lads. The Management Committee of Limerick GAA would like to clarify the following in relation to comments made by the senior football team manager yesterday evening. Never a good sign when the County Board is issuing statements after a post-match press conference from your manager. But anyway, let's go. The County Board tenders for and approves caterers at the beginning of each year. Each individual team management and their support team is then responsible for arranging the team meals after training is required. Not our fault. That's the subtext from that one. Number 2, the team list for this weekend's fixtures, week ending May the 20th, were received by the County Secretary on Wednesday evening and were subsequently forwarded in good faith to Croke Park in accordance to compliance with regulation. A subsequent email was received by the County Secretary late Wednesday night, which the County Secretary did not have access to until after the 9 a.m. deadline on Thursday morning. Well, now, come on. Just open up your Gmail on your phone. Come on. Get your Exchange set up. Somebody somewhere knows how to run an email on a phone, and maybe there could have been a WhatsApp or a text saying, by the way, we've got to change there. Can you stick that one back up? Sorry, number 3. Any request made by the senior football team management during 2018 was agreed and acceded to by Limerick County Board. So Limerick County Board's first and third, it's like nothing to do with us, your fault, off you go. Second one, I don't think that one rings true. Limerick County Board would like to acknowledge the contribution of senior football players and management of 2018. Limerick GAA will make no further statement on this matter. Screw you, buddy. Not my fault.
Anyway, onto the hurling is what that statement says to me.
Yeah, did you see we won the hurling, lads?
Yeah, it's a nice cover for what's actually happened there on Saturday night. Fair play to Billy Lee is what I say.
Yeah.
I mean, like sometimes you got to rail against your own county board in public because a lot of these things just happen behind a closed curtain and nobody ever knows what the hell is going on. So fair play to him for doing that, and to be a second-class citizen as a footballer in Limerick, I'm sure is something that kind of rankles with all of them.